CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 43 of Dual Destinies. Last time, we went around Themis, we talked to Robin, and we met Myriam Scuttlebutt, the school reporter with a vendetta against Juniper, who's gonna be a witness in the first day of the trial. So without further ado, let's go and move on. Okay, we already talked to Myriam. Yeah, but really, just the animator. Why is it that this one picture in the top right-hand corner of the screen, it looks like that one meme, you know, that meme where basically they have the woman yelling and pointing, and then it's just, and then the picture to the right is just some cat that basically just doesn't look like it knows what's going on. It reminds me of that. Just, Hugh, your OC is cringe. If you want to give me a, okay, yeah, comment out. Myriam wouldn't want to talk about her other article. Okay, anyways, let's go. Okay, well, we're at the stage. Yeah, let's just check the notes. Seriously, love the notes. Okay, we went. Okay, let's go back to the lecture hall. Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor, lecture hall. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh. Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as the described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. I heard that he one time went up against Manfred von Karma and made him cry. Granted, I believe it was due to a case involving them having to go to investigate in the woods, but still, there was crying involved, there was screaming, and the case went on another day. There it is again, big ups in Disco and Hugh's voice. Heh, your attorney's badge looks brand new. That just shows how inexperienced and useless you are. Well, when you get your badge, it'll be shiny and new too. Heh, you mouth breathers just don't get it, do you? My badge will be a symbol of my genius from the moment I get it. It will be chipped, bent, and worn as if it's been through 1,000 courtroom battles. A good chunk of that being because I'll have the snot beaten out of me before I can even enter a courtroom. He's like some hipster doofus. I'm sorry. It's just the effect of the blue of the blue shirt. It destroys you. It chips away at your soul. So you really declared that you'd confess to Junie if you won the mock trial? Because he's definitely not the shy type. Heh, yeah, well, that's just the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level from you mouth breathers. No, it's your vanity that's on a whole nother level. Random junk from some mouth breather? What makes you think I'd want to see that? Heh, the least you could do is make it more interesting, like telling me how cool I am. Who does this guy think he is? So you really declare that you... Okay, yeah, they're just gonna do that again. Okay, Hugh O'Connor. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Heh, whatever. I'm 6 feet 1 inch, and under this uniform, I am 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club, needless to say. I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But, as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time.
But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin.
Heh, there's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory.
You? Would you mind telling us a little more about that?
Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right! There was an announcement and then everyone came in here. The only exception were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our own personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment! Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right, it was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily been Robin if it hadn't been for that.
Wait, hold it right there! You went through the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why'd you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here!
I think I know why. Was it because of this? Ah, where did you get that? So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner at the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. He really wanted to win that bad. Bad enough to ignore a dead body. Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong?
Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial.
Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Sorry, thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. Heh, I can't say you two inspire much confidence.
Okay, Tina, what's next?
Well, I think I talked to everyone who is somehow linked to this case.
Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation.
Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's head over to the detention center. October 24th, detention center. Visitor's room. Thina, thank you so much for coming. She called me Thina like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. I wish the mock trial had ended better than it did. Yeah, but we have 3 good friends all playing leading roles. It's pretty amazing if you think about it. That's true. That's true, and it's thanks to the strength of our friendship. What was going on with my voices there? It just gave out when I was trying to say true. There's nothing we can't do if we help and support each other. I don't know. Is that really the issue here? But whenever I bring it up... Yes, that's what it's all about. The friendship between the 3 of us is absolute.
Athena, it's obvious that they're friends, so let's leave it at that.
Yes, I know that, but her words seem kind of forced. Okay, did I select the mock trial script by accident? Okay. Yeah, I guess Juniper's just got 0 remark on the fact that she was called a she-devil. Oh, that's... Sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You always were popular with the guys. That's not true. I was never... You just didn't realize. Oh, right, yeah, we already did that one.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go around showing that to everyone.
How come? I mean, it's so well made. Aren't you gonna wear it when you sing?
Yes, unfortunately, I've been chosen to sing, but I don't think I'm up to the task.
Reminds me of the old Junie when you used to talk when you talk like that. Makes me want to protect you.
I can't let you do that. After all, I'm student council president. It's my job to look after our entire student body.
So what if you took that can-do spirit and applied it to your singing?
But we're talking about me singing in front of a huge crowd.
Maybe she isn't over her head. Okay, let's move on. The script. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here?
We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew about the details were Professor Core and I.
Nothing we haven't heard already so far.
However...
Yes, what is it, Junie?
Well, there was this one article in the school paper.
You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article if you ask me.
I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, you and me.
She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passive high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it.
And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Core noticed it immediately and changed it back.
As old Robin had won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious.
Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh?
You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper.
I was wondering about that all you had on you when you were arrested.
Detective Albright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why there's blood on this.
That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. But sounds fishy to me. Real fishy.
It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Core and I were prepping in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I had it. I still had it on me until I was arrested.
Then we've got nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime.
Still, that blood red color on the all bothers me.
Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but...
It probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the all when we were prepping it yesterday.
It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there?
Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Thea and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it.
A key and the awl?
Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since the key was here there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so...
The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this.
Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this.
You and Professor Court were busy prepping for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her?
Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m.
Did you notice anything different about her?
No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me.
We'll do everything we can to prove your innocence tomorrow.
I know, and I believe in you, Tina. Well, I should go now. Bye.
She could be alright. She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy.
The junior I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still.
What is it?
Well, when Junie and her two friends would talk about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts.
Seriously?
Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there?
Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship.
In that case, Clay has felt nothing but pain and misery ever since 2026. Just Clay. Every time Apollo's abused, just Clay's feeling just this constant pain. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial.
Yup, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far.
Okay.
The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor.
Oh, sorry. Was murdered on the getting them mixed up. I swear. That's the pain when you have Athena and Apollo in the same case. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script dictated.
I wish those were the only similarities they shared.
What do you mean?
What I mean is the script and this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did.
Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and he's the king of being fine. No. When it comes to being a fine, Apollo's more like the court jester. To be continued. No, we're not gonna save. Continue on to the next chapter. October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant. Lobby number 3. My butterflies are butterflies in the stomach.
So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time?
My heart hasn't raced as fast as I ran that full marathon last year.
If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Nah, for me, it's more like, no, trust me, a lawyer's high is more like a numbness per se, especially after Mr. Wright gets involved.
You talking smack about me, Apollo?
I know what I say! I know the pain you put me through!
Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. Except with Apollo, it ends with him trying to punch you out.
You put my career at risk!
So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that the end justifies the mean concept again, now that it has come to this. We have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. Bring me 3 eagles! I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But, Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, wouldn't you not lose everything you worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own inefficiency the hard way. Ugh!
Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that?
Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me. Ugh, thanks, Sam. I'm feeling even more pressure than before.
Don't let it get you, Athena! And don't forget that keep smiling!
I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force the biggest smiles.
The trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom, if you please.
Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time.
Why am I stuck with her? Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is.
I cannot say it.
Oh, I see how it is. Basically, as soon as we get someone new, you just take a backseat. It's like, oh, hey, Apollo, be a big brother. Okay, Mr. White, leave it to me.
Oh, but what happened there? I couldn't even get that phrase out. What is wrong with me? That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. He'll make me look better by comparison. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. October 25th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Courtroom number 4. As I say before, every trial in this game takes place in courtroom number 4 at some point in time. Courtroom number 4 is the most heavily involved courtroom in the series. I get that basically that they wanted to just build up the hype of, oh, courtroom number 4, the one that's destroyed in the bombing, basically. We have history here. But basically, but it is kind of odd how just this one courtroom just gets so much light.
Where's the station for the trial of Juniper Woods?
Athena Sykes, the defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? This isn't the tutorial case, Athena. We're not facing off against the pain.
I'll be fine. Your boldness.
I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statements. Oh!
This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your boldness.
But whatever gave you the idea. Bailiff, please call in our first witness.
And now we don't even get an opening statement.
You don't deserve an opening statement, Athena. You have to work for your opening statement.
Detective Fulbright, he and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
It is a forced partnership. I loathe every minute of it.
All right, the case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain.
What was that just now? It's like he and Blackmore are totally in sync. It's like a hive mind.
Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking.
All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Gordon's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this all I have here. The victim's blood and all the defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
Eek! Added by Hawk.
Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too! Blackwell has him trained well!
Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it.
Athena, you can't mess up that which has already been messed up.
Moving right along, the body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood on the 3rd floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely, and there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? Must be from that tape recorder Myriam mentioned.
But why is the first time we've heard of a death threat at the moment of a murder?
Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. It is quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female. The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible.
Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant?
Not so fast! After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the same day. The question is, when was the body moved?
Oh, I know! It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around.
Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard that about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all of the students and the faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body.
Haha! Have no fear, for there is always an exception.
An exception?
The three mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial.
What then that would mean? What would that mean?
Those three students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust.
I don't like where this is heading, Athena.
Me neither. And by those three, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're gonna say. In justice we trust. I think it everybody understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the three people who could have moved the body, just one is a girl. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility. No!
Impressive! He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations.
You could at least pretend to be upset for me. You want me to play you a song on the smallest violin, Athena? A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. The moment when you realize that Simon is a more merciful boss than Edgeworth. Yeah, I could just imagine Edgeworth. He's basically in his office. I sense a disturbance. Simon! Bosco Blackwell, what is the meaning of this? Edgeworth-sama, what is it? Don't you Edgeworth-sama me! What are you doing raising salaries? I did not teach you to raise salaries. We only decrease them. The only time you raise a detective's salary is when they help you reclaim your badge and when they help you uncover an international assassination scheme. Ha ha ha! I don't do this for the money. It's all about the justice. In justice we trust. Meanwhile, I can just imagine Gumshoe being the chief of police. Basically, Edgeworth pulling a reverse Gantt and getting Gumshoe put in as the chief of police. Only to have it where Gumshoe's salary is still in the negatives. Yeah, basically Fulbright making more than Gumshoe. Chief Gumshoe! Chief Gumshoe, guess what? Yeah, Bill, what is it? I got a raise! Why you do this to me? Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Now, Bela, please bring our next witness to the stand. So, our first witness is a cardboard box.
Yak! Stealth mode deactivated.
Oh my! The box has hands! Oh, the talking box!
Smile, Your Honor.
What the dickens? I just had my picture taken.
Myriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judges course. Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes.
Might I ask whether you could come out of the box?
How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular.
A former ninja man, the Clink, said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them.
Oh my! I had never thought of it that way. Very well. If it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto! How can a judge believe this load of crock?
Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
The similarity of the case and the script.
The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script.
The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case and the crime scene photos. Then you'll see. This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing.
Cool. That makes perfect sense. What now?
Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now.
He's like a pit bull once he sinks its teeth into you.
How dare she? My script had all a bomb rap and phony evidence, grudges and betrayal. It was like a WMA match, but better. WWA match, but better.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. The similarities of the case and the script. Okay, let's start pressing. There must be places where the script in this case diverge.
Gak! Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles.
Objection!
I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
And your brain is as smooth.
And your brain is as smooth as gum.
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
What'd you just say?
Blackwell's really turned that one around on you.
Tisk, whose eye you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback.
Whoa, easy there, Athena.
Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage had yet been erected in the mock trial script. And in the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence.
What a turtle burn! Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods?
Frankly, I'm upset about myself with that whole smooth brain joke.
Ah, yes, Sykes Dodo. Your brain is yes, your skin is fair, but your brain is as smooth as a baby's buttocks.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold it!
Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand.
I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times.
Shame on you, Myriam.
But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed?
Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics?
Why you? I plead entrapment.
Entrapment? Entrapment! How is you blurting out your own crime entrapment?
Gak gak! But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper script.
Hold it!
How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script?
There is the art room where the heinous crime took place. An envelope marked used and Myriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to that girl in the box over there. It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a new courtroom battle in the dark age of the law.
I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it.
But Juniper, she used some devious underhand tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script, and not my masterpiece, was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation?
Hold it!
Anyone who saw the mock trial could have repeated her crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like in the script.
Objection!
Weary is the trial which pits hawk against canary.
Objection!
What'd you just say?
If he's so weary, he should try hoofing less. I bet you that saves some energy.
This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary.
Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you.
I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dono. You're gonna discover the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents?
Gah! That's right.
Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child, which was the same age you were when you were unable to solve the case involving your mother. Hence why I am in prison, Athena. You are unable to put the pieces of the crime scene together. You didn't know about the toolbox, Athena. You didn't know about the screwdriver. And now I am on the verge of death.
Elementary school?
Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for a loop. The perfect caption.
How marvelous! A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
In a school paper? Seriously?
I believe you presented you pressed this witness more than enough, Miss Sykes.
Now do you see how clear-cut my case is?
Well, we'll answer that in the next episode, because I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do as that you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.